While the examples in these videos are created as I'm going through a certain textbook, for a number of reasons, I'm trying to make this channel independent of any textbook. One reason I bring this up is the second option I'm going to show you, for example, 2. The author of the textbook I'm currently following may not have had option 2 in mind for this question, and yet it comes up shortly after, so why not deal with it now? I'll begin the same way, squaring both sides, and still coming up with the 21 minus 4 squared of x equals x. The difference is I'm going to move everything to one side right now so that the other side is equal to 0. And observe that the x to the first here is the square of the square root of x that we have in the middle. Just like in a quadratic equation, you've got x squared, x to the first. Here we've got x to the first square root of x. You may even recall that square root of x is the same as x to the 1/2. So what I'm getting at is this equation here, although not quadratic, is of a quadratic type or quadratic form. Some of you may need to see this with something called u substitution. Use a different variable. If u is equal to the square root of x, then u squared equals x. So we're looking at an equivalent equation. Well, not quite equivalent because the solutions are not exactly the same, but very much related nonetheless. We can factor this. We needed a product that is negative, so the two signs are different. And adding up to a plus 4, we're going to need the absolute value, the one with the larger absolute value, to be the positive, the other to be negative. And 7 and negative 3 will do the job. If you multiply u plus 7 and u minus 3, those two quantities, you're going to get u squared plus 4u minus 21. So you could, some of you may not need to see the u substitution. You could have come up with, oh, this is square root of x plus 7, that quantity, times the square root of x minus 3. So either we'd be looking at u plus 7 equals 0, u minus 3 equals 0, and coming up with u equals negative 7, or u equals 3, or a bit quicker, we'd be seeing that if we set each of those factors here with the x is still involved, that square root of x plus 7 is equal to 0. So square root of x equals negative 7, or square root of x equals 3. Now we'll need to square again. So even like the other method, we're having to square twice, but something's a lot easier this time. Negative 7 times itself, negative 7 times negative 7, i.e. the quantity negative 7 squared, is going to be 49. And squaring the 3, we've got 9. We already dealt with this. Two answers of either 49 or 9, and the 49 did not check. We just accepted the x equals 9. And here it might be a little easier to see what's going on. Before squaring to get x, if we look at the square root of x equals negative 7, or the square root of x equals 3, going back to the original equation, the square root of x was equal to 3. We're checking whether, let's see here. The square root of x was equal to 3. then we're checking if the square root of all of 21 minus 4 times 3, does that equal 3? And that's going to give us 21 minus 12, which is 9. Square root of 9 is 3. The problem with the square root of x was equal to negative 7 would be that on the right side, we'd have negative 7. And over here, 21 minus 4 times the negative 7, that would be 21 minus negative 28, or 21 plus 28, which is 49. And we're dealing with the principal or positive square root. There was no plus minus sign in front of that square root. So 7 is not equal to negative 7. We had to reject that. I hope you found these videos helpful. Hoping to keep this up for a while. Several more videos on questions that have proved the toughest for students. If you have found it helpful, then please like, subscribe, and share with other algebra students or other mathematics students that you think this could help. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.